Hi ladies, welcome back to the Anchored Conference. My name once again is Alexa Gabrielle, and you probably know that if you were able to hear my story last night. So I pray that it blessed you, and I pray that you were able to see yourself within my story and within my struggles. And I just want to encourage you ladies real quick, do not give up on anything that you could be going through. God has you, and he is watching you, and you are always in his hand. Even when it seems like your world is falling apart, he still has his hand on you. So I just pray that you find joy and peace in that, and knowing that you are his daughter and he has you right where he needs you. So now, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about branding your business, finding your audience and building your brand. And I do have notes here, so if you guys see me look down, that is why I am doing so. Because if I do not have notes, I can carry on for a long time. And I don't want to make this super long on you guys. I just want to get right to the point and help you guys just begin to build your brand. I will give you a little bit of background on me. Like I said, if you heard my story already, you were able to watch that video, then you know that at the end I talked about how I created a blog, and I've just, used that platform to basically start building my business. And what I do now is I help brands start their business. So I help them, come up with the ideas, or if they come to me and they say, hey, I have this idea, hey, I want to start a business, or hey, I want to start a blog, or hey, I want to just make my social media presence better, then that's what I help them do. So let me, like I said, just give you guys a little bit of background on how I started with Virtuous Beauty XO. It started off as a blog. It started, I want to say, in March of 2014. After that breakup that I told you guys about, I used to write when I was younger. I used to write children's books, and I've always been into creative things like that. I used to use my phone and do photography. My mom used to say, you need to be a photographer. You always take pictures. And I used to take pictures of sunsets and nature. And this was back when, we had the little ring-a-ding phones, and the picture quality wasn't that good. But I always wanted to take photos. I always loved creating. I went to the local university for fashion merchandising and interior, so I've always had a passion for just creating and fashion. I wanted to be a creative director. I used to watch America's Next Top Model faithfully, where I learned a lot about photography and creating, and just the mindset of being creative and different things like that. So yes, so that blog went from, just me writing my feelings and wanting to encourage other people, to me finding my passion again and redesigning. I used to design MySpace. My MySpace page was popping, okay? I used to inject the codes and have all kind of crazy things going on. So it started a long time ago. And with Virtuous Beauty XO, it kind of just brought it full circle. It brought together my love of writing and brought back my love of designing. So I recently revamped my blog, I want to say in June of 2016 of this year. I've redone it a couple times, but I've really been working on lately just having a cohesive brand and really building a platform to help other people. And so I took my Virtuous Beauty XO blog just from writing and as a platform for me to connect with other people and to encourage other people, and it turned into much more. So my Instagram page, I no longer use that as a personal page. It is more or less like my ministry page. I might post personal things here and there, but more so often it's more of ministry and things, which I will get into when we start, hitting the bullet points of branding and different things like that. And after people started seeing how I did, my website and how my Instagram was, and, different things like that, when I started playing with photography, and even just how I placed the photography and how I place things on my website and different things, people started coming to me and asking me, how did you do this, or how did you do that? And so that's how it all started. I'm still pretty new, and I'm still, getting my feet wet in this, but I've been able to build flyers for people. I've been able to help people start their blogs. I've been able to help people brainstorm for their businesses. I've been able to do photography for some of my best friends and some of my family members, maternity pictures, graduation photos, just photos for people's businesses and to build their blogs. And so it has really taken off, and I'm really blessed because this is what, I've always wanted to do. I wanted to be a creative director. I used to want to work for magazines, And it kind of came full circle, and now God has let me do it for His glory. So in that, I'm going to give you guys a couple key bullet points in building your brand. The first one I want to talk about is brainstorming. When I am dealing with a client and they come to me, like, for instance, if you come to me and you say, I want to start a blog. Okay, my key questions to you is, what do you want this blog to be about? Do you want it to be a fashion blog? Do you want it to be a fitness blog? Do you want it to be a faith-based blog? Do you want it to be a sports blog? What do you want? What is your vision for that? What do you see? Because a lot of times people say, oh, I want a blog. And I'm like, okay, well, what kind of blog do you want? And then they're like, I never thought about that. I just like to write, or I just like to take pictures. Okay, what do you want your blog to say? What do you want it to portray? For my blog, I love fashion, but you know, I'm really big on encouragement in my faith. So I've kind of been merging the two together recently. And I have my faith area where I'm able to interview beautiful women of God who are moving in their callings. I'm able to encourage other women. And then I have my Life with Lex side, which Life with Lex is more of my personal story of you guys being able to get to know me, you guys being able to relate to me on my current struggles, and just seeing who I am and letting my story be a testimony to you. Then I have my fashion area. So we have my faith, fashion area, and the area about like my life and you guys getting to know me. And my fashion area, I can do like, I'll call them Lexpirations. So what that is just like my fashion inspirations, who I'm currently watching, who I'm currently getting my fashion tips from, who I love to watch. So then I'll highlight them. And then I have what is Lex wearing. So that is just like my outfit post. Like if I'm wearing something and I really like it and I think you guys would enjoy it, then I place that on there. Kind of like OOTD's outfit of the days, but it's like, what is Lex wearing? So yeah, so then we have that. So my focus is really faith, fashion, and encouragement. And so with that platform, I took that and I built everything off of that base. So asking, you know, what is it? What do you want it to be? Are you a new mother? Do you want to talk about, you know, the journey into motherhood? Are you a upcoming photographer? Do you want to just build your brand and showcase your photography and bring in more clients? Are you trying to start a business? Are you trying to start a nonprofit? What are you trying to do? What is the reason for you starting this blog? What is your foundation? Another thing, who is your target audience? So is your target audience young women? Is your target audience this generation in general? Is your target audience new mothers? Is your target audience clients? What is your target audience? For me, my target audience is this generation. The young women of this generation who have been hurt, who have been bruised, who have been battered, and do not feel like they're worthy or just need a little bit of encouragement. That is my audience. I have been branching out and making it more of like this generation as a whole versus just women, but that is soon to come. But it is still that focus of, okay, I know who I want my target audience to be. I know what it is for, because if you are putting out content and you want it to be for this generation, but you're putting out things that are not relatable to us, then you aren't going to get the response that you want to have. Another thing is, what are the values of your business? Like I said before, what are the values? What do you want this to say? What are you going to go for and what are you not going to stand for? What can you put across to customers and say, okay, this is what I stand for, this is what my business is about, this is what I want to portray to you guys. You have to have certain values and certain standards of your business, because if you don't, you're going to go this way and this way and that way and that way, and it's just going to be a mess. So come up with some core values and a core foundation and basis of whatever you want to do and build up from there. Next, what are some of your inspirations? This was big for me because I am very much so into social media, as far as looking at other people, following people who encouraged me, looking at other blog posts, piggybacking off of other people. YouTube is one of my favorite things. I just sounded real silly. YouTube. I told y'all I was crazy. But YouTube is one of my favorite. I will sit on there and just look at different videos. When I tell y'all, everything is on there, from building a blog, building your brand, learning how to do photography, learning how to be yourself, overcoming certain things. There is so much on there, and it is such a big resource hub, and it is free. So I encourage you guys, get on there, look for different inspiration, look for, if you want to do fashion, like I love fashion, like I said. So a lot of my inspiration comes from, you know, watching other people vlogging, watching other people blogging, watching other people do outfit of the days, watching other people talk about capsule wardrobes, whatever it may be. Go after that and look for that and find it, and just begin to take notes and begin to study the different people. I follow a lot of vloggers and bloggers, like I said, but I also follow a lot of churches. I follow a lot of, you know, ministry-minded young women who are going after the same things that I'm going after, to kind of be like, okay, where's our mindset right now? What are some things that I see that we are all talking about, that we are touching on, that this generation needs help in, so that I can help in creating the same type of environment and being a bridge to mend the gaps as well as the rest of this generation. What else? Like I said, you can look at some blogs. Pinterest. Look on Pinterest, y'all. I'll be on Pinterest just pinning and pinning and pinning, and 3 hours to go by and you'll be like, wait, I've been on here for how long? Literally, it could be like 2-3 hours just of scrolling if you are not careful. Okay, so be careful. But Pinterest, you can get on so many things. What I like about Pinterest is if you click on one picture that you like, it'll give you so many other ones that go with that, and you just keep clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking, and that helps me find out, you know, how to build my brand. And I was able to see other people and how they did what they did, and I was able to, like I said, piggyback off of that and say, okay, well, this is the thing that I like. Okay, like I said, if you're looking for inspiration, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, not so much, because Facebook, I feel like, is more of like a means of communication and not of a blogging style platform. But like I said, you can, if you're looking for like writing inspiration and you're trying to learn how to write better, you can follow writers and ministers on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and all those different platforms, and see, you know, okay, how often do you post on Facebook? How often do you post on Instagram? How often do you post on your blog? How often do you post on Twitter? And just be able to get to study those things, and also ask God for wisdom in that area as well, because you don't want to be over posting and it has no substance. But like I said, we'll get to that too. Now, also, colors. What colors do you like? Are you more of a girly girl? Do you like your pinks and your purples and your oranges and your mints? Do you want your things to look like a rainbow? Or are you more of a minimalist style like I am? I'm very minimal. I have 4 main colors, really. Well, I guess you could say 5, but black and white. So I have black, white, blush, rose gold, and gray. Those are my 5 main colors that I like to stay in. I like it to be cohesive. I like it to be minimal. I want it to be easy to navigate through. Now, I have worked with people who like different colors, who like more than one color, who like oranges, who like mints, and I'm able to incorporate those as well in a classic way, to where it is not overbearing and your mind isn't like, oh my goodness, I'm looking at the rainbow, this is frustrating. So do you like more of a like a chic style? Are you more of like a vintage? Are you more of like a bohemian chic? Are you more of like a minimalist? Are you wanting things to just be plain and simple, or do you want to add different links? Do you want to have different pages? How many tabs do you want? Those are all different things that you want to think about when building your website and building your brand, because it helps you to be cohesive, and it helps you to kind of see, okay, where am I going? What am I doing with this? And in that also, if you're using photography, make sure you are having good pictures. iPhones take great pictures. I personally invested in a camera because I knew I was going to be recording videos, and I really am trying to take photography seriously. And I do maternity shoots now, and graduation shoots, and shoots for other photographers and different things like that. So I have to have a good camera in order to do those things. But if you don't have the money for a great camera and you have an iPhone or whatever phone you have, they take great pictures. Now, if not, look on Amazon. Amazon has great cameras for cheap. Walmart, wherever you can go. Even if you have certain friends around you who are photographers. One of my best friends, she is a professional photographer. She helps me in a lot. If God is leading you to do something, He will open the doors. I promise y'all. I guarantee you will get kingdom connections that will help you build what you have to build. Make sure that the photography is clean. Make sure you don't have a lot of stuff in the background. Make sure that, you know, it is well lit. It is in a well lit area. It is in a cohesive space where it's not like you're being distracted, because then what's going to happen is people are going to be distracted by your pictures and your graphics, and what you're trying to say is not going to come through, because all they're going to be looking at is, oh my goodness, look at that background, that's crazy, or oh my goodness, look at what she has on, or this doesn't make any sense, or one day you're talking about this, one day you're talking about that. You have to put everything in a box and make sure that you are going by those guidelines. What else? Brand boards. Brand boards are very good. I've seen some brand boards on Pinterest, and that's what I do. I'll show you guys real fast. I've seen some brand boards on Pinterest, and that is where I was able to get a lot of my inspiration for as well. So what I did was I started a Virtuous Beauty brand board, and hopefully this focuses and you guys are able to see it. I don't know if it's going to focus. Let's see. You might not be able to see it now. If not, then I will post pictures on my Instagram. Or if you reach out to me, I can even go more in depth with this and show you the different things that I was able to do. But for me, let me see. Come on, work for me. It's being disrespectful. I guess you can kind of see a little bit. But it's like, okay, I like the marbles and I like the pinks, and just kind of like showing you, y'all, it's not gonna focus for me, I'm sorry. Showing you, you know, just the different things, and I just follow different people, and I would just keep clicking and clicking and clicking and seeing, okay, what do I like? Do I like, okay, like these are some of my colors. If you guys can see, let's see, we might be able to see. Oh, there we go. I mean, it's okay a little bit. It's not working for me. But like I said, and then you'll be able to see different people's brands and different people's businesses and how they were able to come up with brand boards, and just start Pinteresting different things that you like. Just get on there, create a board, and just go through and begin to just repost any and everything you like. And after you do that for like a week or so, or however long, even if you take a night and just begin to repost everything that you like, take a step back and look at your board and think, okay, what are all the colors that I see in here? Like for me, I've seen a lot of rose golds. I love rose gold. If somebody asks me what is my favorite color, it is rose gold. And yes, rose gold is a color. Okay. So yes, so I love rose golds. I love grays. My room is rose gold, gray, blush, and pops of white, of course, because white's everywhere. So yeah, so then I was able to say, okay, this is what I like. This is what I'm seeing a lot of. This is a lot of what I'm reposting. And so I took that and I ran with it, and I said, okay, well, if this is what I keep reposting, then this is what I'm going to use to build my website. And from there, I built my website, and I will have links and everything for my website down below so that you guys can kind of go and look and see just what everything I'm talking about, because I know it's hard. I'm explaining things to y'all, and y'all probably like, okay, well, what does it look like? If you haven't been on my website before or my Instagram, then you can go ahead and look. It will be linked in the down bar or wherever it is linked at. And so yes, brand boards. Brand boards are amazing. Make a brand board. It will help you. Another thing, let's see, logo. Come up with a logo. I have my logo. Mine was made by somebody for me. Make sure it is transparent. Go on Photoshop. Photoshop, y'all. Why does it sound like I had an accent? Go on Photoshop. Photoshop is a great way to build your logo. Sorry, y'all. My camera went off on me. But yes, go on Photoshop. Y'all, why I keep saying Photoshop like that? Go on Photoshop and try to build a logo. If not, reach out to someone who does know how. That's something I'm working on, is learning how to build logos. Also, sketching out your logo. Have some ideas. This is like my notebook that I write a lot of stuff for Virtuous Beauty in, and I use it to brainstorm different things. So like I can look through here and I can show you guys like some of the sketches. Hopefully you can see. You probably can't. But like some days, like what I thought I wanted my logo to be, which we ended up changing it. Oh, you can't see it. Like I just would sketch it. And this was like the virtuous and the bee and like a cross and stuff. And this is from like a year ago. So I was just like sketching, and I would just sit there and I would just be like, okay, well, what do I want my logo to look like? What do I want it to say about my business? Make sure it is clean. Make sure it is cohesive, like I said, to the rest of what you are trying to do. What else can I tell you guys? Just make sure that, you know, you're using your platforms. Like I said, if you have any other questions, you can reach out to me at alexagabrielle@virtuousbeautyxo.com. Feel free to look at my Instagram. I can go a lot more in depth with this too, like one-on-ones, or I can help you start your businesses or start your blogs, or even if you're trying to revamp and rebrand, I can help you do that as well. So I don't want to make this too long, because I just wanted to give you guys like a snippet and give you guys some core values to go off of. And hopefully I did that, and hopefully you guys were able to understand and be able to get things going. I'm just going to recap real fast and then we will be done. So, 1, brainstorming. Brainstorm, brainstorm, brainstorm. Get a piece of paper. Write it down. Because once you have those ideas, I have come to find that if I don't write it down, I will forget it. Even if you're like out and about and you get an idea, type it in your phone. I have a whole, I use Evernote, and I have a whole notebook just for Virtuous Beauty. And if I'm writing, if I get something to write, I put it in there. If I have an idea for the blog or the brand, I put it in there. And so that way it doesn't go away, because you'll have this bomb idea and then you'll get home and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I don't remember anything that I was talking about. So make sure you write it down. Also, make sure it's cohesive. I feel like I've said this word a lot in this video, but make sure it is cohesive. Make sure everything goes together. Let it tell a story. What am I looking at? There is nothing worse than going on a blog and you are like, I am so confused. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I am going. Okay? So make sure it is cohesive. What do you want your brand and business to say? Make sure you know that. And if you don't know that, reach out to somebody like me or somebody else that you might know that does the same thing as me. Make sure that your brand is saying what you needed to say. Make sure that you have a clear thought and a clear mindset of where you want it to go, and write it down. Like I said, write it down. So, who is your target audience? Are you trying to target somebody like me, a fellow writer, a fellow business person, a fellow, you know, person of this generation? Or are you trying to maybe target teens and youth? Or are you maybe trying to target single mothers? Are you a single mother and you want to reach out to single mothers? What are you trying to target? Who is your target audience? What are you trying to base everything off of? Who are you trying to get the attention of? Okay. What are some of your inspirations? Begin to look on social media for your inspirations. Begin to follow different people. What I like now too that Instagram does is if you follow somebody, they would like give you like a drop down bar, and it will give you other people who are similar to those people that you could begin to look for. I have met so many wonderful bloggers like Jasmine on social media. That is a big platform for us to connect on social media. It is so helpful just seeing other women, other young women who are trying to build businesses, trying to build brands, who are going through the same things and are there to encourage people. So utilize social media in that way. Also, when you do utilize social media and you have your Instagram feeds or whatever, make sure that if you are trying to build a business and you still want to put your personal life up there, make 2 accounts. I am very minimal on sharing my personal life on Instagram unless it is something that God leads me to do or that I feel that could help somebody else. Then yes, I would share. But I'm not posting pictures of, you know, me every day and of me out kicking it and me out, you know, doing things, oh, this is me in bed or different things like that. No, because I wanted to say something. Now, if God gives me, like I said, a word to use with something, then I will do it. But other than that, it's for encouragement. It is for building my brand. It is for reaching out to other people and other like-minded people and giving them somewhere to reach out to me. If you want to have your personal and your business, make two. Instagram has made it so you can have two accounts now. So you don't even have to log in and out. You can bounce back and forth. Make two accounts. That way, if somebody is looking at, okay, let me look at Virtuous Beauty XO. Okay, I see what you're doing here. I see I can come here for encouragement. I see I can come here to look at your photography. I see I can come here to stay connected with your speaking engagements. I see that I can do those things here. I'm not posting, oh, let me show you Alexa Gabrielle's whole life. I don't do that on there because that's not what I want to portray. That is not what I'm building that Instagram feed for. It is for the audience to be encouraged and maybe to get little snippets of my life when it can, like I said, be of encouragement. But I'm not posting craziness and a bunch of memes. Y'all don't post a bunch of memes if y'all want this to be your business. That's what you have your personal for. If it is like memes of substance, okay, fine. But like recently, like I guess there were like Arthur memes going around, and don't fill up your Instagram page with Arthur memes if you are trying to make this your business and your brand. That's a no-no. Don't do it, because what happens is people get annoyed, they unfollow you, they're like, forget this, I thought I was coming here for encouragement, I thought I was coming here to learn photography, I thought I was coming here to just meet somebody who is like-minded, but you over here posting a bunch of memes. No, don't do it. That's just a big no-no. That is a big no-no for building your brand. And like Twitter or anything else, don't go on rants. If you're on Facebook, do things, be mindful, because everybody sees everything. Everything is connected nowadays, and so it is so easy for them to click and be like, alright, she a little crazy, I don't know if I trust that. So just be mindful of looking for inspiration on social media, but also be mindful of how you use it. Now, what is your theme? Are you girly? Are you feminine? Are you classic? Are you modern? Vintage? Do you want it to be fresh? Do you want it to be bright? Do you want it to be kind of more of like a foggy filter? I'm working with somebody now. A lot of his stuff is, you know, faded and foggy and in a lot of like the darker colors, which it is bomb and beautiful, but it's different than me. I like bright. I like whites, I like neutrals, I like meadows, I like blush, I like rose gold, different things like that, where you like the red, the blacks, or whatever, you like it to have tons of different colors. Whatever you love, go for that. Just make sure it is fresh and easy to navigate through and easy to read. Also, colors. Make sure, like I said, get your colors down. Your logo. Find somebody to make you a logo. Begin to place your logo on different things. Make sure it is transparent, because that is the worst thing you could have, is a non-transparent logo and you're trying to place it on pictures and you got a white box around your logo. It's horrible. I remember my logo was not transparent, and then I got on Adobe Photoshop and made it transparent. But before then, I only could put it on pictures with white backgrounds. Like if I was writing like something, then I can put it on there. But other than like that, if the picture didn't have a white background, I couldn't put it on there because you would see a white box around it. So try to make sure that your logo is made and it is a transparent background. You can even have like cursive writing and make it your name. You can do whatever you feel like goes for you. Begin to sketch. Even seek God and say, okay, God, what do you want this to look like? You know, help me with these ideas, or connect me with somebody who can help me. Okay, brand board. Get you a brand board. Make the brand board on Pinterest. Make sure you guys are writing these things down too. If not, you can even rewatch and just go ahead and jot things down and take notes. That way you can look back on it and be able to get things going. Brand board, like I said, make sure that you get on Pinterest and begin to repin everything you like. Just repin it. Don't worry about nothing else. Just repin it, and then step back after about maybe like, if you're on there for like 2 or 3 hours, fine, whatever. Look at it. If it takes you a week, fine as well. Just go ahead and look after you get a good amount of pictures and look, okay, and say, okay, what am I reposting a lot of? That is one of the easiest ways to see, okay, what do I like? Because sometimes we don't even notice that we repost a lot of the same things, And then we look and we're like, oh, I really do like this. Like, I didn't even notice that I liked all this stuff, because subconsciously we're just reposting. But when you take a step back, you see everything together. You see, okay, I reposted a lot of this, so that's what I like. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can tell you guys. I touched on branding. I feel like I've touched on a lot to get you guys going. Oh, also, your name. Oh my goodness, your name. Your name has a lot to do with what you want to say about your business. For me, Virtuous Beauty XO is something that God gave me, but he's been giving me new revelation about that name more recently, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is phenomenal. So yes, your name. What do you want your name to say? What is the purpose of the name? If somebody asks you, okay, why do you have Virtuous Beauty? Can you be able to explain to them what Virtuous Beauty stands for? What is it about? How did you come up with the name? Did God give you the name? Did you just like something and it just turned into that? Just different things like that. A name is always catchy. I'm big on names. Like, if somebody has like a cool named blog, I'm like, oh, I want to see what that's about. Like, let me see. So your name, brainstorm your name. Even if it takes you a while, you just keep writing names, just pray on it. Just say, God, you know, drop into my spirit, what do you want this to be called? Don't have something crazy like chicken neck glitter. Y'all don't talk about me. It's just the first thing that popped in my head. Then I'm like, what is chicken neck glitter? Like, what is that? Are you cooking and then you like glitter in your neck? Like, what is chicken neck glitter? So do not have a crazy name. Make sure that the name can go with the business. Even if you want to do like your own name. Like for Virtuous Beauty, I do everything like my branding and stuff like that. But if I'm speaking or something, it's just Alexa Gabrielle, which is my first and middle name. I just use Alexa Gabrielle. On YouTube, it's just Alexa Reynolds, which is my first and last name. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be your name, and if that's what you want it to be, then that's what it can be. I feel like we should be good there. Name, logo, brainstorming, all those good things. So if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. You can follow me on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a lot of these videos as well coming up very soon, so you can follow me on YouTube to get more there. You can email me, and I know all the links will be down below, so you can just click on any of those and you can email me and reach out to me, and I will be happy to set something up with you where we can start working together and I can start helping you. Okay? You ladies have a wonderful evening. I pray that this conference is blessing you. I pray that you are getting an abundant amount of information and inspiration from us ladies. And I greatly appreciate your support. And yeah, hopefully I will hear from some of you ladies soon. Have a good evening. Bye.